Speakers Corner's changed a lot since back in the day. Back in the day, there was hardly any religious talk there, as I remember.
Yeah.
But now it seems like that's what it mostly is. So, what do you remember it being like when you was younger?
I remember it being a jungle, man.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I remember in terms of the speakers, like the subjects being spoken about.
Yeah, I remember it being like a jungle/circus, and there used to be this one guy, and I remember him more vividly than I remember anyone at Speakers Corner. He was a black man. In brackets, Sarah, don't try and dig at this, yeah? It's not always about the black, yeah? Anyway, look, he was a black man, and he used to call himself Olumba Obu. And I remember this man, he came from a family that has a church somewhere. I can't remember if it was in Hackney or something, yeah? And he used to say that he was God. That God was in him, or he was God, or something like that. And he would call people towards worshipping him. I remember this. And there was a few of them, but I remember one guy in particular. Now, I used to stand there as people used to mock him, and as a kid I just found it entertaining, and I would laugh in with the adults, and I wouldn't know why, but nonetheless, the image of this man, it stuck in my head for years, and subhanallah, you know, it makes you realize how Tawheed is integrated into you, because I used to think, how can this man be God? There's only one God. He didn't create the ground that he is stepping on.
So what was his arguments for saying that? Or his reasons for saying that?
I don't know. I was a kid. I was laughing along with the people.
It just stuck in your mind, though. You remember him saying that?
Yeah, you're hitting the nail on the head, man. That's all it was. And I would never think that years later I'll be part of the Speakers Corner wave. Yeah. You know, I don't know how. I think it's quite new. To my understanding, it's quite new. This YouTube wave of Speakers Corner. As for yourself as well, you're quite new to the scene as well. But it's all good, you know. I get a lot of good feedback. Of course, I get a lot of criticism as well, and that's fine. Like, someone's put out a video of me that's got over, as it stands, since the date of this video's come out, about 1.5 million views on, and someone's called me a radical Muslim, something. And there's nothing radical about any of the content and what I'm saying in that video. But
so why they single you out? Sorry? Why did they single you out in the video?
I'm there to defend Islam. Basically, what was said in the video before I come in, they were talking about how Muslim men are allowed to have 4 wives, and I wanted to clear up the ramifications that surround.
Okay, it's not just as simple as having 4 wives because you want.
It's not just as simple as having 4 wives, and you know, I clarified it in the video. I don't even have 1 wife. Okay. So, but nonetheless, look, for a Muslim, since we're on the topic now as well, I don't want to start preaching, but what I said was this. I said, look, for a Muslim man to have 4 wives, he must treat them justly and equally. Now, it's going to take too long for us to go into the contextualization of this, yeah? But nonetheless, I was challenged to the ideology then of a woman having 4 husbands. And I turned around and I said in the video, I said, well, if a woman has 4 husbands, who's the daddy? Yeah. You know, if the woman gets pregnant, who's the dad? So it's just a logical argument. But nonetheless, I'm saying, look, that video there itself has 1.5 million views, and I just find it very interesting and funny how people propagate. It's so sad, man. It's so sad how people take videos and they
misrepresent you.
Yeah, bro, yeah. I mean, look, you're filling in the gaps in my sentences, bro. That's exactly what it is, bro. People, you know, they do propagate, and you know, they want to make you look as if you're misrepresenting.